all along, Wahawah, Wakapah,
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai.
That will honor the elders and great millstones. Shalom to all our brothers across the earth. Then I want to get on this homosexual again because I had seen something on YouTube. The name of the guy's page is Signs of God's Coming. And he has this video where he's talking about it's just Christian only. He owns a bakery shop, a bakery, and they want to force him to sell his cakes to homosexuals. He has like his moral. He don't want to do it. He don't want like he do it or they shut him down. Right? You can bring that out in Leviticus.
This is Leviticus 20 and 13. Says if a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
Right, he didn't want to sell his cakes to that abomination because he already knows that shit is wrong, but they still want to make him do it anyway. You know, because society is wicked.
This is Luke chapter 17, verse 26. And as it was in the day of Noah, so shall it be also in the day of the Son of Man. So that's why keep on. They did eat, they drank, they married wives. They were given in marriage until the day of Noah, entered into the ark. But when the flood came and destroyed them all, likewise also as it was in the day of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they dropped, they sowed, they planted, they built. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed.
Basically, America is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. So, they're going to keep building, they're going to keep married, give into marriage. But nowadays, the same sex marriage is the Son of Man come back and destroy this place. I got another piece under Matthew. It's Matthew 24 and 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage until the day that Noah entered the ark, and knew not the flood came, and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Yeah, that's basically just like the time of the Lord, they were married and giving into marriage until the flood came. And the flood is the destruction. Martial law, all the things they got in store, like the chip, everything that's to come, that's the flood, that's the destruction. But the time of Noah, the flood actual rain, they never seen that before. So when you tell people about ship, they're like, you never seen a ship, what the hell are you talking about? That's a new form of currency. That's the flood that's coming to destroy this place.
Right, and it's just like the day we know, people still eating, marrying and drinking. Nobody's looking for the signs and the times according to the Bible. Nobody even care. They just doing what they want to do. So it's the same time.
And they gonna come upon that unaware. Most times they gonna come like a thief in the night.
What they doing, Lisa? They're talking about the Bible. God said in religion. Why you say stand still?
This is Jeremiah 28, verse 8. The prophet that has been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what we're coming out here to do right now, because we prophesizing the downfall of America. You know, and the pestilence, if you look up in the sky every day, you see those jets going through the sky with them little, you know, that's called chemtrails. The little white things you be seeing in the sky, they look like clouds. It's not clouds. They're called chemtrails, and that's testaments that they trying to. That's why you see everybody getting sick, more sick. People keep getting that bug and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? That's from the testaments that they putting on the people. So they destroying them. They're trying to destroy everybody. And right now we're in the end times right now.
So-called Jesus came back and gave us his book. That was like the end time from that day forward. So this is like the final days of the
Let me get Deuteronomy 29. Deuteronomy 32 and 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, he separated the sons of Adam. That's right there. He said, remember the days of old. So you got to go through a lot of these so-called passages tell you, oh, the Old Testament don't matter no more. The Most High said you got to remember the days of old. That's how you learn everything. And the history is in the old. So you have to learn the history to know what's going on and who we are. You know what I mean? Keep going. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, set the bounds of the earth according to the number of the sons of the children of Israel.
Come on. This way.
For the Lord's person is people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So, you know what I mean? For the Lord's person is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So the Most High has a certain people that he deals with. He don't deal with everybody on the earth. He only deals with certain people, and that's the Israelites. Read that one more time. Deuteronomy 32 and 9. For the Lord's portion is his people. So the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Change Jacob. The Most High changed Jacob's name to Israel.
Oh, okay.
So Jacob, Lot is the Most High inheritance, which is the Israelites.
Oh, okay.
Which who we are in the Bible. The 12 tribes of Israel. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Right.
But these so-called white people lied and said they the true Jews, but it's not them, it's us.
I know that's right. Say that.
Right, come.
Right. This is Deuteronomy 29 and 2. Said that Moses called unto all Israel and said unto them, Ye have seen all that the Lord did before your eyes in the land of Egypt unto Pharaoh and unto all his servants and unto all his land. The great temptation which thy eyes have seen, the signs and those great miracles. Yet the Lord hath not given you an heart to preserve, and eyes to see, and ears to hear unto this day.
Right. So unto this day, it says the 2/3 of our people still can't see, and they still don't know. They're blinded because the Most High blinded them until this day.
Isn't Jesus actually Middle Eastern?
No, he's Judah. He's from the tribe of Judah.
Right. He came out of the tribe of Judah, which means you have to be an Israelite, and he didn't look like that.
No, that's
All right.
that didn't look like that.
He didn't look like that at all.
Yeah, probably
All
black
That's
hair.
what he looked like. No, it wasn't even black hair. It was white hair, such as the Bible. All right.
But when he was born,
Well, yeah,
he was a baby.
right. When it was black, but when he was born.
His hair is white from the wisdom that he had.
Right,
Exactly.
So once he reached that certain age when he went out and started prophesying, that's when his hair started turning gray because he started getting very wise, like his father.
Now, I just wonder, Daniel 9 talks about a man with the feet of bronze,
He's talking about
hair is white.
Yeah, I was talking about Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
You get the one of Daniel.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get the one
And then Revelation talks about the same image. Now, they say that he says he's the Alpha and Omega, but isn't that what Jesus refers to?
He was one with his Father. Him and his Father are one. So when you see Yahweh Shai, who you call Jesus, you see the Father. If you ever see the Father, he will look just like Yahweh Shai because they're one. Yahweh Shai is actually the Word of the Most High. All right, he was the Word of the Most High, so his Word became flesh. So
now, what's Yahweh Shai?
Yahweh Shai, that's the real name of so-called Jesus.
Okay.
All right, we study the Hebrew. The Hebrew says his name was Yahweh Shai, and that name Jesus goes back to 666, which is the mark of the beast, which is a devil. All right, and the image of it is a devil, and he got everybody fooled by that image. Everybody believes that's the Savior. Not when it looks like that, of course. We have to make sure it looks accordingly how it's supposed to look, because he's a devil. But that's how everybody else sees it.
Well, yeah, it's traditional way. But
hold on, let the scripture speak. Hold on, we're going to let the scripture speak. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 1 and 12. No, I'm sorry, not you. Revelation 1 and 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to shew his servant the things which must shortly come to pass. He said the revelation. Revelation means to reveal. So the revelation of Jesus Christ. So we're going to show you how he looks. And I looked up. Revelations 1 and 12. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me. And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. And in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man. Or one of the candlesticks was like unto the Son of Man. The Son of Man, of course, so-called Jesus Christ. Clothed with a garment down to the foot. So he had a garment on like us, down to the foot. And girt about the path with a golden girdle. He had a girt. His was a golden girdle. His hair were white like wool. So his hair was white like wool. He had woolly hair, but it was white. It represents the gray hair. As white as snow. White as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. His eyes were as a flame of fire because he drank wine.
I agree with that.
Go ahead. And his feet like unto fine brass. And his feet like unto fine brass.
Which was like the brown, like
right. As if they burned in a furnace. As if they burned in a furnace. So anything that you burn, what color is that?
It's not being black.
Right. It's going to be real dark.
Yeah.
So that's the color. That's how we look. Go to the other one. Revelation 2 and 18. And unto the angel of the church in Thyatira, write these things, said the Son of God, who had his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass. So it's the same thing.
Right.
There's 2 precepts.
But isn't that Jesus in his glorified form?
No, that's how he came when he was here.
That's how he came when he was here. If you die and you go to heaven, ain't you you think you're gonna look the same way, right?
No, I don't think
So
so. They say that we're gonna be dressed in white.
White raiment. That's not
and we're
talking
gonna have
about.
A glorified body.
Yeah, that's talking. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Because 15 Corinthians, verse 15 talks about putting on the incorruptible. The man right now just dies.
Yeah.
But then at 1 Thessalonians 4:17 talks about the rapture, where those who believed in Jesus Christ accepted.
No, wrong. That's actually talking about the 12,000 out of all the 12 tribes. It's not everybody. See, if you say it's just off of belief, then everybody can get in. But the Most High says no. It has to be from the 12, and through them you'll be able to get in, because through them they're going to teach you the truth. All right. We represent the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. Now, if you're one of those, if your native goes back if your father's line go back to any of those, then you're an Israelite, and then we can teach you more. If your father's line does not go back and you're of another nation, then you need to bow down before the truth, and we'll teach you after you humble yourself. Thus says the Bible. All right. That's how another nation could get in. They have to bow down. But if they're not from the tribe of Israel, if they are from the tribe of Israel, they don't have to bow down. They just have to humble themselves. But if you're of another nation, you have to bow down to your future king. Thus says the Bible.
Now, In Romans, it does talk about an unnatural branch being grafted in.
Yes.
Now, the unnatural branch, obviously, is speaking of a Gentile nation.
Yes.
Or Gentile nation.
Yes.
So if we are not natural Jews, and we're just Gentiles, we can be grafted in and brought in part as God's family.
What did I just say? Didn't I just say that?
Is that it?
Didn't I just said that?
But you have to humble
But they have to humble themselves and bow down. All right? Those are two things that all those other nations have to do.
That's the only way you get grace is by humbling.
Exactly. All right?
You only come to grace by humbling.
Let's put it this way. It's a lot easier for another nation to come and bow down and humble themselves than it is for our own people to come and just humble themselves.
Because he said something.
That's why he said, I'm going to bring them in to also put them to shame. All right? That they got it, and you was rightfully supposed to get it, but because you couldn't humble yourself, you kept debunking what the brothers was actually teaching, and what they're teaching is nothing but my words. Go ahead. You got more?
This is Revelation 10 and 5. Daniel 10 and 5. It says, Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed with linen, whose loins were girded with the fine gold ephod. His body also was like the barley, and his face as an appearance of lightning.
Not to mention we use oil. We use a lot of oil on our face. So when you have a lot of oil, you're going to shine. And if your hair is white, it's going to shine even more. That's why it looked like light.
So-called black, we always put gasoline on.
There you go. All right, we always.
Like grease balls.
Yeah. And we didn't get pimples, man. We never got pimples. We didn't get that shit until we got here. That's new for us. All right? Go ahead.
And his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color of polished brass. And the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people here. In order for my voice to carry over, I got to speak loud and very clear. But I have to speak with so much authority that everybody will listen. All right. So he spoke. He didn't speak. He wasn't a nice speaker. That's why he got put to death, because he wasn't a nice speaker. All right. Now he didn't necessarily curse. He didn't curse because there was no sin within him. All right. And he had control over his tongue. All right. We don't truly have full control over our tongue. That's why certain times we'll say certain things, and then certain times we'll curse somebody out. It's because we don't have full control over our tongue. We're supposed to, and that's a work in progress. You're not going to be perfect in that.
And no one can bridle the tongue.
Yeah, you can't. Thus says the scripture.
Uncontrollable.
Yeah. It's a
like a rudder. And it goes
go ahead.
very
Go
long.
ahead, 28, 29. Matthew 7 and 28. And it came to pass, when Yahushua had ended these things, the people were astonished at his doctrine, for he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes. Right, he was taught as one having authority. Well, anybody that speaks with authority, you got to speak loud. You know, when you
Pharisees
when you don't, exactly, that's why they
because they were all about the law.
Yeah.
And Yahushua was like, yeah, but the law is not going to make you justified, man. The law is just going to help you to get righteousness. That's it. That's just to make you live right. That's it. That's all the law was for, to make you live right.
Right. And he also made it harder to do.
If you just
it's 600. Yeah, you break them off, and there's 613.
Yes, according to the Jewish law.
Yes, it's 613. So constantly thinking about 613, you're gonna stumble on something. You stumble on one thing, you messed up. That's why we need to get Yahushua. Because the word of the Most High is the only thing that can do the Most High's will perfectly. Because when I gave it to men, I didn't take that wicked heart out of men, but I gave them the mind and the understanding, but I never took the wicked heart. And because that wicked heart's still up in us, we go off at times. All right? So that's what really led us. Not to mention it was written before time, before the even world was began. This book was already written.
Okay.
It's just Moses didn't write it down yet, and the other prophets didn't write it down
If you
yet.
see the number 3 go by, that's my bus.
Okay.
Just like it comes. The white man's testimony. Now there's 3. I know that Noah had 3 sons.
Yeah.
There's Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Japheth were the Europeans.
Yeah.
Shem were the Middle Eastern people, Jews, Arabs, and the Hamitic are the African people. Now, with that being said, now Japheth was blessed in the past with a lot of riches and knowledge, and Ham, they mentioned Cain as a descendant of Ham, who received the mark. Received the mark.
No.
Do you think
Ham's
Ham's
son didn't receive the mark. Canaan got cursed, which was Ham's son.
Okay.
He never received the mark.
Okay.
All right.
Because I was just wondering, because it says in the Bible that because Cain sinned, he killed Abel.
That was Abel's brother.
Yeah, that was Abel's brother. That was different. That was way. Ham and Noah wasn't even born yet at that time. All right. So. Yeah, that's not his era.
Yeah.
He wasn't born. Noah wasn't even born yet. So it's not. They never received that mark.
Well, the reason I was asking is because what is then the destiny of the white man, the European?
The so-called white man comes from Esau.
Yeah. All right. A lot of those people that's in Europe right now, they're not even really Japhet, because they're not 100% Japhetic. They mingled their seed with Esau. All right. There's Israelites that look like us, and then there's Israelites that don't look like us. There's Israelites that look like Asians, and there's Israelites that look like so-called white men. All right. Because they messed up the genealogy. That's why the Most High said, don't go by genealogy, don't go by science, don't go by that false bullshit, because the so-called white man's messed that up.
Now,
so there's nothing pure.
That the Jews were scattered through all corners of
yes, we are the so-called Jews. We are the Jews.
Okay,
we are the ones that have been put in the Atlantic trade slave, were we not? Did anybody else go through that?
Didn't the Jewish people go?
No.
The Holocaust was a hoax.
The Holocaust is a hoax. It was a hoax.
I can't agree with that. We not completely Jewish. Now, everyone wasn't Jewish. I'm going to be honest with you. He wasn't meaning it for one set of people. We all can be Jews.
No, you cannot.
No.
The scripture says the only one.
Anybody can be together, right?
No.
The Israelites.
No. The Israelites are the only ones. Hold up. The Israelites are the only ones that got the law, right?
So why am I
There's the
praying
most.
about it?
Hold on. Let me finish. The Israelites are the only ones that got and received the law, correct? Therefore, they're the only ones that can sin. So, if you're not an Israelite, you're not truly even sinning. You're just transgressing. All right. The only ones that sin are the Israelites, because they're the ones that got the law. That's why the Israelites are the ones that's going through so much hell, because they're continuously breaking the law.
But I was wondering.
All right. Now, the Most High put the Old Testament and the New Testament for all to learn, the righteous and the unrighteous. All right. Now, do the unrighteous even attempt to do this? No. But some of the people that don't have the image of an Israelite, but they have the mindset of an Israelite, those are the ones that could get in.
Let me get this.
All right? So it's all about the mindset, not color. So if you have the mindset of a Jew, then yes, you could come in. All right? But you have to come from the seed, first and foremost. And then afterwards, then if you're of another nation and you want to convert, there's two different. There's one of them that converts over to the mindset, and then there's another one that I just have that mindset. The ones that just have the mindset, you are an Israelite. The ones that just need to convert, you need to humble yourself and bow down before them. That's it. And that's just to show the Most High that we will bow down to the Most High's children in spirit and in truth. Then yeah, you will bow down, and the Most High will deal with you. And there's no problem with that.
What I want to ask you is,
So he wants order.
In John 3:16.
Hold on.
This is Daniel 9:7. It says, O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces. As at this day to the men of Judah, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
So as this day, hold on, wait. So as this day, it's still confusing the faces. Everybody that, even if you, some of the people that's on this tribe don't look like them.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's the confusion in the faces, right? They could look like a so-called white man. They could look like a so-called Asian. They could look like a so-called Greek, but they're really not. Their lineage actually really goes back down here because they have the mindset of this. They have the mindset of an Israelite. They don't have the mindset of what they were brought up in. Right?
Well, the reason why I was asking along the lines of that is because John 3:16 says that
For God so loved the world. The world is not talking about the whole world. A lot of people get that mixed up. If you understand Greek, the world is not oikomene. The word was cosmos. Cosmos means a system. Now his system was his law. Who did he give his law to? The Israelites. So the world he was talking about that he gave his son for was for the Israelites. Because you can't be made perfect without us. Alright? That's how another nation could get in, through us. Because we're going to give you the truth. And then when the Most High give us our spiritual power, all those other nations, we will protect you for a little while. But you will all go into slavery, but you won't be a hardened slave. You'll just be a serviceman. I'll help you go and get my car. You'll be my butler. All the other nations that don't hearken on, they will be our slaves, thus says the Bible.
Yeah, why would we do that? Because we were just as true as we was never missing.
Hold on. Go ahead. Hold on. We'll answer in a minute. This is Deuteronomy 32:9. For the Lord's portion is his people.
Fine.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Jacob is things that can name Israel. So the Israelites is the lot of the Most High inheritance. He only has one chosen people on this earth. Everybody not a part of that.
So basically, if y'all not part of it, y'all gonna be on the slave.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay, you go ahead.
I hear y'all talking out of the text. But Christ came. Christ said, whom you so ever. Doesn't say Israelites. He does not speak. He says, whom so ever. Whomsoever believe me. That's what Christ said. Well, let me He doesn't tell you.
You have a name.
We're talking out of the Old Testament.
No, we're not. We're talking out of the Old and the New and the Apocrypha.
Because he could not.
I'm about to show you right now that he came for only Israel. This Acts 5:31.
That's out of the New Testament.
It says, him has the Most High exalted with his right hand to be a prince and savior, for to give recompense to Israel and forgiveness of sin. So only Israel he forgives of sin. Any other nation does not forgive them of sin. This is Acts 5:31. It says, him has the Most High exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give recompense to Israel and forgiveness of sin. So only Israel he only gives forgiveness.
He just said they didn't accept it. That's him, but he's talking about himself, because he's not accepting.
He's not accepting it. Exactly.
He's talking about himself.
Now the Jews rejected Christ.
Right.
They rejected him.
Yeah, you rejected him right
You rejecting them.
I'm rejecting him.
Yes, that's the truth. Yahweh Shai. His name not Jesus.
There ain't no J in Hebrew. There ain't no J in Hebrew. J came up in the early 1600s. King James.
And it's from Jesus to the King James.
It was translated. He has the 1611.
Now, doesn't Jesus mean Jesus
Jesus
saved salvation?
Jesus divided from a Greek name. It doesn't divide from Hebrew.
It's not Yeshua?
No, it's Yahweh Shai. Because if Jesus, Joshua had the same name as Jesus, so Jesus and Joshua have the same name. Because they was named after each other. So why one name is Joshua and another one is Jesus? If they have the same name.
It's strange because in the Greek it's Yeshua, but in Hebrew it's Yehoshua.
You want to go to different books?
How many books has been translated?
Now you want to go to different books.